What is up, guys, and welcome back to the MINTY Racing YouTube channel. We appreciate all of the new subscribers that we've had as of late, and we appreciate all the people that supported us the whole journey. Means a lot to us, and for that we're going to get back working on the 2-valve giveaway car for you guys. So we got a bunch of goodies here that we're going to be installing today, and this car is pretty much going to go through a big transformation today alone, and then there's still more work to do to it. We want to get it perfect before we give it away to one of you guys. So that being said, check out what we've got going on here. So we got Scotty D dual caliper brackets and hydro e-brake lines with the handle, the master, and the mount. We've also got the 99 to 04 Scotty D quick angle kit. It's still in a bunch of pieces right now. We just unboxed it. Got the control arms, the steering stops, the knuckle adapters, the tie rods, and all the hardware. And then this is actually going to be my favorite thing to put on the car today. We got these Cosmos Racing XT006Rs in hyper white, I believe the color is called, 18 by 9.5 plus 10 all the way around. 245s on the front, 255s on the rear, and then we got these Scotty D bash bars for the new edge that we're also going to be installing. So this thing is going to go through a pretty wild transformation with all this stuff. It's going to have the BCs on. All said and done, it'll have the new BC Racing caster camber plates, BC coilovers in the front. It's monster trucking right now, but this angle kit has a 1 5/8 roll center correction, and it's a McPherson style design, so it's probably going to drop another 1 5/8 ish, depending on the wheels too, because I think these are 17s, we're putting 18s on it. It's all going to make a difference, but I think we're right dialed in for the correct ride height setting for this angle kit and those wheels, but we'll figure that out later. We finally got Jeremy to do some work. I think this is the first time he's touched the car while he's been over here.
Daddy gotta do what he gotta do.
That's right, someone's got to do, huh? Got this thing up in the air, got the wheels off of it, and we are about to start pulling it apart, getting the arms off, the brakes off, all that stuff to install our quick ankle kit. And then we got to get all this stuff off, and then I get to use my favorite tool, because this thing has to get cut off like all the way pretty much. A lot of people do it with a Sawzall. I ain't fucking with that. I'm gonna do it with a plasma cutter. That's got to come off. So we're gonna get all this stuff disassembled on the ground, the lower control arm off, all that good stuff. Fortunately, our spring's already out, so we don't need to do any of that rah stuff again. Assistance, we got the calipers out of the way. They're all zip tied up. I think we're gonna paint these brackets. I'm gonna end up taking these off probably just before reassembly, and then painting these brackets because they're kind of rusty, and it's a brand new caliper, so probably clean this stuff up, and then maybe I'll paint the caliper too, but I really don't want to. Just, I don't like that rust, so might paint that up real good. By the way, someone tag Hey Dude. They really need to get in on this like sponsorship type deal, because we didn't even plan this, but check this out. 1, 2, 3. Everybody in the MINTY shop working in the Hey Dudes. So they need to get on board with the program, you know what I'm saying? So tag them up. I drove this thing yesterday. There was a pretty loud clunk coming from the passenger side front, and I think I might have found it. That lower ball joint right there is seeing better days. Good thing we're getting rid of these arms and ball joints in general, so that's good. Next thing we're gonna do is get these off, get this knuckle off, and then we'll not get this knuckle off. We're gonna, hey, can you stop making so much fucking noise? Jesus Christ. Get this lower arm off, and then we'll start modifying the spring bucket. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you kind of have to take these rack bolts out and get some separation there so that you can get to this front control arm bolt. And Alex is gonna demonstrate that to us right now. We got the control arm off, as you saw, but check this out. These inners are pretty blasted, so while we're here, I guess we'll just go get new ones. They're only like 40 bucks a piece, but yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be quite like that. It's probably not good for the rack that I'm doing this either, but it's really fun. New tie rods, the inners in, rack's still unbolted. Check out what we got. So we got those all in with the boot on, old boot, because they don't come with boots. I have made myself a ground for the plasma. We don't really need to cut any of this off. It just needs to be kind of flush with the chassis. So my plan is to go run through here like that and then cut off this huge piece right here. So I'm gonna cut around here like this and then meet up over here and then blow it all off like that. Got the plasma out. Alex has modified the rear exhaust mount stuff for the bash bar to fit. So this is what that looks like. You just kind of cut it off there, ran 2 bolts through it, moved the hanger that way. We bent this with like a wrench and stuff, but he done good. He did good.
It was definitely a struggle, but
yeah, you were mad there for a second.
Yeah, take the brackets out before you do them makes it way easier than trying to do it in the
He's
car.
talking about these brackets here.
Yeah.
These guys right there. So So I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with SN95s, but when they get an angle kit that provides a lot of angle, the subframe needs to be cut, or you need to get a tubular one. So that's what I was just doing. We got the driver's side cut, pretty good, I'd say. Better than I did on Alex's car, because we left his spring perch in there. I cut this one out. So yeah, check this cut. This used to be a really big piece like that guy down there, and then a couple of smaller pieces, but we'll go in, we'll clean this thing up with a grinder, get it smooth, hit it with some paint so it doesn't rust. But yeah, I'm about to go to the passenger side and cut that one. So we're almost ready to put arms on this thing. We had to do a little more work, like the inners and stuff like that. We didn't plan on doing, so we're gonna go in, clean this thing up, hit it with some spray paint, and I'm gonna go cut the other side, and yeah, we'll be ready to install some Scotty D arms. So I'm about to start cutting this side, but as you can see, there's a lot of grease built up, and that's ready for a fire. So I'm gonna just kind of scrape some of it off. Not all of it, I'm not too worried about it, but my arm's already pretty burnt up, and this will just be more stuff flying out and getting hot and flying everywhere, because plasma cutter uses air pressure. I don't know if you guys know that. A lot of you probably do, but just get some of this grease off, this junk. Just kind of make a clean cutting area. I'm gonna try to use the same ground because it's on the same subframe over there. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're definitely about to try and find out. But, yeah, look at that. So we're gonna get this cleaned up, and then I'm gonna start cutting this side now. I don't know what that's from. I didn't record me cutting that side because I went live on Instagram for the cutting. Figured that would be cool. I've never done Instagram live before. So if you saw that, then that was the time that I cut that. I was on Instagram Live. So we got everything cut here. We're all modified and ready to put our Scotty D angle kit on. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And this thing's almost done with what we're doing to it. This time around. I know this, but like these rear pieces back here had to be modified for the rear bash bar to fit. So check out what we did. I think I might have showed you already, but I'm gonna show you again. So we had to cut these down right there and then move these hangers back for the exhaust, and then we bent that with a wrench and stuff. So it's all good there, and we're about to get ready to install this stuff. So I'm bringing this thing down. Alex should be out here in a minute, I hope. And then we're gonna wrap this thing up. She's got new inners. Rack's still loose. You gotta take the rack out to get to these bolts, but I think the Scotty D ones call for them in reverse. So you're pulling the bolt out this way instead of that way. So it'd just be the nut back here, which makes more sense. Got the dust shields off the knuckles, and I'm about to drill out the tie rod to 5/8, which is what it says to do in the instructions. Got it here in the vise. Got my wrap tap. About to go find me a 5/8 drill bit. Drill this guy out to 5/8, and then I'll work on the other one. Here's where we're at. You have to cut these off in order for the knuckle adapter to clear. So those are cut off, and I think we're about ready for arms. If you read the instructions, they say to leave, I think it was 5 to 6 on this side. I left 6 on this side, and then they say to leave 1 or 2 here. I left 4 because I desire a little more track width. But still don't have any help. Alex is kind of ignoring me. Annoying, but whatever. I'll just do it myself. So we're about to put the arms on. Pretty much figured out all the hardware that we needed for it. Got it over here all set up, ready to go. These are the bolts to the control arm, to the chassis. These are the misalignment spacers that you'll be using, and these are the nuts that you'll be using. So we're gonna get to it. Got the arms on. Looking good, looking good. That's how it should look in there. That's how it should look over here. Got the other side on too. Getting closer and closer, guys. Got this all buttoned up. Looks good, ready to go, ready to rock. Now I'm going to, I'm gonna put this knuckle adapter together. So we got all our hardware out for that. And then we're gonna get it mated up to our OEM knuckle. Cut these tabs off because the knuckle adapter bolts to this, so you just want to get rid of that. I hit it with a cutoff wheel. Leave this one though, because apparently you need it for the steering stop. Haven't figured out where that's going to come into play yet, but I plan on finding out. The first one, because these can't be adapted to the knuckle without going on the car, and I kind of didn't really know what I was doing, so I just wanted to do it first. But we got one on, or I got one on. And yeah, this is what we got. So that's how it should look when you have it installed per the instruction manual. We got our Ackerman set to the center one. We like a little bit of drag on our trail wheel, so that's how I got it set up. I'll do a little time lapse on the other side when I put the other one on, so that you guys can kind of see how you have to do it. Part's pretty simple. Just just kind of get it up there, hold it up, and you got your you got your reducer on this side, reducer on this side. Big bolt goes through, big nut, and then just smaller, big bolt and big nut on this side. And then you can get in here and do your Ackerman after this is on. That's what I did on the other side, so I'm just gonna do that now, and then probably try and test fit it before I put all the brakes and stuff back on with the tie rod ends and stuff. Try and get my alignment somewhat close with the rack centered. Obviously the rack's not centered right now. Nothing's tight, so we're gonna get this Ackerman plate, these Ackerman plates on, put it in the center hole out of the 3, and then yeah, this thing's almost ready to go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it's done. Both sides are on. Nice kit. You can see our Ackerman plates are in there in the center position. And then, oh man, I really hope that doesn't need to be flush. Uh-oh. I was just telling Tim I'm probably gonna end up having to take something off of this thing to redo something, and I think I found it. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Guess we'll see. So stay tuned. Yep, as suspected, it's me, your boy, Estupendo. Tie rod bolt has to go in first. So what I did here was loosen this back one up. You don't need to take it all the way out. And then I took this front bolt out so I can swing it over. And then I'm just gonna drop the bolt in for now. And then I'll reattach this, and the bolt will just be hanging here with no tie rod connected to it. And that should work just fine. So I don't have to grind this down any, I don't think. We'll see when we get the bolt in there, but yeah, I had to take it apart again because I did it wrong. I'm not good at following directions. So simple quick fix, just drop that guy down in there, and then I'll reconnect this. Slide this back through, maybe like that. Put this bad boy back on, and we'll tighten it all up. Tighten it all back up, leave it like that, should be fine. I got this thing all like buttoned up for the most part. I still gotta put the calipers on, the rotors, and then adjust the steering stops that they provided the kit. Make sure all my clearances are good and everything there. But everything's tight down there. Everything's on, other than the calipers and rotors, like I said. But check it out, what we got going on. New Scotty parts, looking good, paired with the BC coilovers. Rack is tight. We got the rack boots back on, new inners, brand new inners. It's obviously not aligned, but we'll take care of that later. That is the wheel speed sensor doing that. Looking good, looking good. Got to wrap this thing up, throw the new wheels on it, and see what it looks like. Is that rain? I hope not. We got the Scotty D kit on, we got the Cosmos wheels on, we got the Scotty D front and rear bash bars on, and this thing, it's crazy because it's still 2 colors, it's still the same car, it's still got the BC coilovers, it's still got the Mishimoto, it's still got the 46,000 mile motor in it, but something about putting wheels on a car makes it look so much better, and I think you guys are going to be happy with the way this thing turned out. So I'm going to let you guys check it out. But we appreciate all your guys' support. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you supporting this giveaway. Please continue to watch. We love it. It really makes us enjoy what we do. It lets us know that other people are enjoying the things that we're doing. So before I show you guys this thing, share this with all your friends. Tell them to subscribe so we can make this giveaway huge and hopefully do more in the future. And we'd appreciate it. But without further ado, here she is. So she's not clean yet, but she's got her Cosmos wheels on. She's got her Scotty D angle. The rear is not lowered yet, so don't hate me too much on that. But thing looks good. Like dead ass in the back of a cul-de-sac, like far in my neighborhood, like nothing around, and someone decides to like pull up on me. I'm like, bro, come on. But anyways, Cosmos wheels, Scotty D angle, BC coilovers in the front. Looks like there's another person coming too, so I'll just appreciate you watching. Appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate all the support. Don't worry about that. We'll fix that. But yeah, until next time, guys.